the first thing that I would like to try to discuss what does it mean, freedom of learning system? Okay, you can see right here, freedom of learning system is mean that the system will be more flexible, okay, for educator and the learner. So it means that they are be able to choose whatever they want. Okay, they will be freely to deliver the lesson, and the student also can get a lesson from wherever they want. So that means that freedom of learning. Okay. Let's see this kind of what are the education problem in our country nowadays. Okay. Can you see it, guys? Can you see it? Okay, let's see the ability of the student in our country nowadays. As we can see, in 2015, our ranks from 70 countries, okay, we've got 92, we got rank 92, okay, and 2018, from 78 countries, we got 71. Could you imagine, guys? Okay, this kind of let's see, like statistic or data, this talking about the illiteracy, mathematics and science of our students. They're still not good at understanding the reading text and to analyze something and to understand something. So this kind of the problem in our country, guys. Based on this issue, okay, I would like to ask you guys, okay, what do you...
Sorry, guys. Can I cut? The mayor of my city, Wali Kota in my city, wanna join with our discussion.
Oh my God.
Okay. So just prepare yourself.
Oh my God, this is...
Yeah, just prepare yourself and
oh my God.
have a good day.
Really? This make me nervous. Oh my God.
Yeah, time is yours.
So should I continue? Okay, guys. Based on this problem, as you can see, the level of our country is not only a couple of days ago, but in the past as well, our ranks, the education in our country is still lower, guys. Okay. Based on this problem, let me ask you, this is the first question. Who should we blame about this problem? Okay. Should we blame the student, teacher, parents, or... Okay. Who want to try to give opinion? Oh, from Yolanda. Okay, time is here, Yolanda. Come on. Please. Yolanda, where is Yolanda? The meeting will be upgrade house. Hello, Yolanda, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Or what? Oh, come on. Mr. Kibo, how do I spotlight? You try spotlight, Yolanda, please.
Yeah, because Yolanda still raising her hand, so it's the reason that Mr. Muhammad point her.
Okay. So do you want to Yolanda? Or okay, Warren Mosler. Come on.
Okay. Everything, every situation in our country, it is coming from political decision. Even from unemployment is political decision. In education, we have all the resources for improving our system, for providing the education can be affordable for the society, but since it is without having the basic understanding how to maintain the education, so the lack of the evidence on yeah, we know the rank is so low. In this situation, we have no, we have self-imposed constraint against the decision in DPR. They think that government is still like a household, but government, I mean central government, not like an household. They are still easily monetize its own money without needing for borrowing from other countries just for supporting the education will be provided to all of the society. And I will maybe tell for other aspects later about the, for example, job guarantee and of course lesson guarantee and until the university. The one that we should blame first is the government because government has all the authority for doing this. This is my first opinion. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad.
Okay, great, amazing, amazing. Give applause guys to Warren. Any else? Okay, Yolanda, you still raise your hand. You want to talk? Yolanda?
Hello.
Okay, what's your mind? Do you agree that based on brother Warren Mosler said before, he said that we should blame the government because all kind of this education problem is because of government because they run, they organize every country. What do you think? Do you have any other perspective? Okay, please, Yolanda. Hello, hello. Yolanda, you want to talk? Probably Yolanda don't want to talk. Okay, Mr. Jacob, brother Jacob, you want to talk?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, please.
So, in my opinion, the one who should be blamed is the aspects of education itself, like students, teachers, parents, government. So, if I could elaborate it myself, it is true that it begins with the government, but it was not the government's entire fault. You know, because
Yeah.
if you are not correcting someone's fault, then it is your fault too because correcting it. So my opinion is yes, we have some flaws, we have some mistakes that are made by the Ministry of Education or its organization for our education or curriculum. But we students or parents or teachers also doesn't want to care about what is going on with our education system, and we pretend to not criticize their policy, and we to just run with the flow but then it wasn't how it's supposed to be. We need to have a two-way communication when the Ministry of Education gives us the curriculum. We as a student or we as a teacher or even we as a parent have the rights to criticize, even though it might not be heard, but we still have the right. And in my opinion, I don't know if there is one. People tend to not care about this. It's like, especially, yeah, they don't know what to do, and they are just like, okay, if I finish this education, then I will go. They will think that, oh, I will get this job. If I finish this education, I will get this blah 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 blah. Well, it is entirely not true, because the purpose of education is not only for job or money. Education never promised that. Education promises a change of perspective and a change of life, and that requires the four aspects of education to work perfectly balanced. So what I'm saying is, if we can criticize more, or we can be more proactive, and if the governments listen to us, and the problem is, even proactive, and if the government doesn't want to listen to us, then it will be useless.
Mhm.
So that all the four aspects to fix itself. So in my opinion, they all need to fix itself. So just like a car, you need those four wheels to just run perfectly to your destination. You can't just like abandon one wheel or abandon another wheel. You need four of them, and you are perfectly dependent on them.
Okay, great, amazing. Okay, Brother Jacob, I want to ask more regarding your explanation. You said that all of those should be do together, run together, work together, right? So if we choose one of them, which one is should on the top one? Okay, which one is should on the top position?
In my opinion, on the top level, it should be the government, because the government is the brain of the education, and they are the one who will educate, using quotation mark, our society. For example, by curriculums, by running programs. That's their way to educate the society. But that wasn't the only way to educate yourself. You have other ways, like reading other foreign books or join some forums, seminars, anything which is not in your country. That counts as learning too. So even though government is the brain, but that's what I'm saying. If you only have a brain, then if you don't have any other organs, then yeah. University students, what? I can't see the chats. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Education. Okay, why varsity students are not in the list? A varsity student, I'm sorry, I don't really. I have a lack of that vocabulary. I'm sorry. Let me just search it up.
I don't know what is varsity. Okay, I should.
Yeah,
You wanna talk more, or is that enough? Should I give the
college
other
students.
participants? Oh, college
No, I think
students.
I'm just going to answer this. Maybe I think college students also has the, some college students doesn't care, some do care, but it wasn't their entire fault. Okay, it's because when we talk about college, people who are being critical really depends on what they're thinking about. For example, if director doesn't agree about that statement, then it will be easily erased. So I'm not saying that the varsity student is 100% right, but what I'm saying is, it's like they do have a chance of speaking, and their chance of being listened is actually pretty high, because they're widely considered as smart people in our society. And maybe I don't know much about this, but I think the one that needs to be fixed is the way they, not the way they express their opinion, the way they need to combine all their opinions of that university, make it into opinion, and they just like give it directly to the rector, and the rector must widely accept it and give it to the authorities as pertimbangan. Hold on, let me
Consider.
search. Yeah, that kind of.
Take.
Hold on, let me just search. Oh, as their consideration. Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, so it won't always all depends. That's what I'm saying, because you can't really depend on one pivot. You need to see the other four pivots that are run in that educational system. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, great, amazing. Give applause, guys. Amazing. Yeah. The next one is I would like to ask from
Okay, wait,
Ahmad
Mr.
Fatumo.
Mohammed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And we have a special guest tonight, this evening, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, welcome.
yeah, we got Mr. The Vice Major of Payakumbuh City, Mr. Arvin Yunas. Welcome, sir,
Yeah.
for our
Oh,
discussion.
welcome, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
So, how are you guys?
We are
Yeah,
doing well.
we're really excited to have you here.
Oh my
Maybe you
God.
can give a speech regarding to these communities, maybe, sir.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks so much for the community, Ota English. I'm excited to join since we met the activity of Katan Kumbu. Can join and the rest of my time since I have a lot of activity as always. All of attendance from Payakumbu or others? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
There are the
Ibo,
several
Huh?
persons from Payakumbuh, and there are the several person as Minangis people, and also there are the several persons from another province, sir.
Oh, okay. So it's not only in Payakumbu, right?
Yeah.
My point of interest is to ask more and more community to talk and to get the ability to speak another language, especially in English. Because in this global situation, we face the same thing, and then we have also to communicate with other persons outside of our regions. And this community makes give me interested to join, because I hope more and more young people, especially in Payakumbuh, have a capability to talk an international language. So I hope one day members of Ota English will become more and more, especially for youth generations. I congratulate to all of you guys and community, and I'm happy to keep an eye on your activity. And yeah, once a week is good enough, and then let's try on our activity like in live in and maybe join with our activity at the Kata Goreng, and we make it in English, like we make it with Kibo several days before. So with all of community are good health and happy, we can to all of you guys. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Uda Erwin, has joined with us tonight. So we are really appreciated that you come in our discussions. I suppose that your accent is really like a British accent, sir. So
I don't know how my accent become Payakumbuh accent.
no, it's really great, sir. We know you have a lot of experiences in the several countries, so that's why we're glad to have you here to join with our discussion, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, so thank you
So
so much. Yes, sir.
What's the topic?
Today's topic is talking about the educations. Yeah, it's talking about the freedom of learning in the Indonesian education system.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it will be moderated by our friends, Mr. Muhammad. Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Muhammad.
Yeah, hello sir. Hello, Mr.
Hi,
Darwin Yunas. Welcome, welcome. I'm really
thank you.
happy, yeah, because you join in our discussion. But you know, sometimes make me confused. And I know, I mean, make me nervous because of you. But it's okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so we are really lucky, you
Okay.
know, Payakumbuh is really
Yeah,
lucky
we are
to have
lucky.
Mr. Erwin Yunas as
And
the vice
so
major with us.
it's not only you, lucky, Akibo, Mohammed, and then all colleagues in this
Yeah.
community. I'm also lucky to have all of you guys. Because, you know, times run so fast, and then
Yeah.
we have to understand that think about the future is not an easy anymore.
Yeah.
So think about leadership is not as easy as before. You know, if like more and more educate people, more and more for a professional turn on the politic, and
Mhm.
we have more opportunity to bring our country become more level, the higher levels.
Yeah.
So with the capability of communications, we can bring a lot of things for our community and also for our country for the future.
Okay.
So I'm lucky too. So not only you, but me too.
Thank you
So
so
do
much,
I.
sir. Yeah. So
Amazing, amazing.
can we continue our discussion, sir?
Why not?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I
Thank you. Thank you, sir. You can still join with us if you still have a time, sir.
came on I.
Yeah.
I came
Okay.
on.
Okay, Mr.
Okay.
Mohammed, you have the floor now.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Kibu. Okay, I would like to ask from Muhammad Rizal. Okay, please give your opinion regarding this problem that we have talked before, that in our, okay, the quality of education in our country, yeah, as we can see right here, guys. Okay, sorry, I repeat, I just go back one slide before because we're talking about this one. Okay, you can see, okay, the ranks of our education, yeah, the student ability in our education, still left of three kind of point this one: literacy, mathematics, and science. Okay, as we can see the level of this one. Okay, and then my question is, who should we blame regarding this problem? And I would like to ask from Rizal. Okay, come on, Rizal. Time is yours. Hello, Muhammad Rizal Sanum, you want to talk? Hello, hello.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Voice?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I think for me, we have a lot of problems in terms of will be blamed.
Mm-hmm.
According to those questions you give to us,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the most important thing is the equal distribution of the education system in Indonesia. I think before we talk about the curriculum system in Indonesia, we need to see about our education infrastructure that's spread out all around Indonesia. If we take a look for the western part of Indonesia, maybe I think the educational infrastructure systems already integrated each other between Sumatra, Java, or even Kalimantan. But when we talk about education infrastructure system, when we look at in eastern part of Indonesia, it's totally different. I could say that because I grown up in Maluku and I see the situation is totally different. Even if you want to see deeply about the different area between the capital city of Maluku and even other surrounding places, it's totally different as well. And I think this is the most important thing, the most important thing that we need to focus first before we talk more about curriculum system in Indonesia. Um, if we take a look in what happened in Papua right now, I mean, like education that made by the government already good, but the distribution is not really equal at all. When the government level, I think the government has another intention in order to grow their community, or even in order to grow their education system in their land, in accordance with infrastructure system and any other things. And in the other hand, when it comes to regional level, I mean, like in regency level, it's totally different all. In the village level, even in the district level, it's totally different. And what happened right now, I see in most of the islands in Maluku, Papua, North Maluku, Nusa Tenggara Timur, and whatever, I mean, like eastern part of Indonesia, the infrastructure is really, really, I mean, like, not really equal in terms of distribution of infrastructure. So it makes them, when it comes to index community development, it's totally low if comparing to 34 provinces in Indonesia. So that is the first equal of infrastructures of education. According to the workers, like teachers, or I mean the teachers and other volunteers who want to work, or even I mean, like want to teach the young next generation in eastern part of Indonesia. Maybe some people in the western part of Indonesia still think that Eastern Indonesia is not really developed region like what we see in Java and in other places in Indonesia. That's why the equal distribution in terms of teacher is really, really low in Maluku, in Papua, and in North Maluku. That's why it makes I mean, like it make the education system in those regions are really slow compared to other systems. So that's why we couldn't synergize our system with other region in Indonesia. And we have still a problem with security problem. What happens in, I mean, like in Pedalaman, Papua, if you can see, like not really much, I mean, not really many people want to go there to teach a young next generation there because of the security problem. And then we have lack of internet as well. We have lack of everything here. So when we talk, when we want to build like an education system in Indonesia, we have to distribute. For me, it is better to have an equal distribution rather than talk about this system should be like this system should be like this, because we have still a problem with infrastructure of education, and this infrastructure of education problem still not be I mean, like be secured by the government right now. Even in the provincial level, we still have a problem in terms of equal distribution for any other island. Maybe we have a lot of islands in Maluku, so that's why it's really hard in order to get in touch with another island in order to develop our infrastructure of education, or I don't know why, but when I see, I mean, like when it comes to the capability of the students, it's really totally different if compared to the western part of Indonesia. So I mean, like for someone who study in Maluku, if they want to upgrade their knowledge, they need to go to Java in order to upgrade their knowledge and get in touch with, I mean, higher education comparing to our university or school level in Maluku. And we still have many problems here, not only for the infrastructure, but we have a problem with the teacher, we have a problem with the lecturer as well, we have a problem with infrastructure of education, we have a problem with security and many more. So I mean, like if we talk about who should be blamed, I think like all the layers in the community has equal responsibility in order to change their mind, to be involved in the community, to spread a positive vibe, to support government, stakeholder, community, and many more, to make our not only in the curriculum system, but also infrastructure, teacher, quality of academic system, and many more. Not only in and it should be made equally. That's my opinion.
Okay, great, amazing, guys, amazing. Those guys, amazing. The next participant will be Ayu. You would like to talk?
Okay. Voice. Good evening, Mr. Muhammad and others.
Good evening.
Can I see your slide, Mr.? I mean, the question which you present before. Yes. So if we look into the slide, actually, it's not easy to. I mean, yes, to. Yes, I mean to put a blame on something, or yes, but yeah, I do agree what the results said, that our common problem in education is about equality. But I think if we can look into another side, this inequality can be the positive vibes if we can use the best way and the best method to decentralize of the to decentralize of the education development per in each region. So I think I mean we cannot easily to blame the one of several consideration or which you mentioned in the script, but I do believe if we can I mean if we can change our curriculum to be the more adaptable. I mean the curriculum is will develop by each region. I mean the decentralized policies which developed by Dignas, not Kemendikbud. So by Dignas, so each region will have their own curriculums, will have their own teacher training, will have their own teaching methods and models, because they will switch and settle with their student or with our with our human research which need an education. So yeah, but this need an extra and enormous effort from the youngest people and the community. So we have to get along to develop our education everywhere we are. That's all my opinion, I think. Thank you. Mr. Muhammad, you still mute your...
You're still muting your mic.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Warren, do you want to talk more, or you want to try to respond?
Yes, for additional comments.
Okay, great.
I do agree that the government is not solve the problem. I mean, to fix this. Okay. I want to give comments from the Jacob statement. Fundamentally, understanding that we should change. It is the first is extractive government. The second is about the paradigm, the economy that we use. The first is since our economy is on the foreign investment and foreign debt, so it's the end of privatizing the public infrastructure that it is costly to the capital formation, especially for conducting the education will be provided to all society. And the purpose of foreign direct investment, for example, let's take a look for the example like VOC like that. It is only impoverishing our society and also for in the cheap labor that want to work in an industrial system that only focus on benefiting the multinational company and finance parasitism that they will obtain profit more. So this is the big problem that we should solve. And the second is about the paradigm that we use. For example, most of our economists today using the paradigm of Chicago or monetarist paradigm that always reducing the power of our sovereign currency. It means that we rely that, and again, that in the end of it is kind of Ponzi scheme. We should change it with creating the new currency that will solve this problem. Yeah, I will add about this part maybe later. But my core point is, yeah, as a society, as an educated society, we should creating such as the bottom line movement in order for promoting our programs. For example, providing the free education until master, postgraduate, or PhD degree in Indonesia. The first is when we face about the extractive government, I mean government that not control, that not give, take a side for the society, but just take a side for. The first is when we this demonstration for small contributions, they always repress our movement. The second, when we have a power in the fact of political power for promoting this, of course they will do concession in solution, but it's not enough. We should create consolidation. For example, creating the massive bottom social movements for consolidate our power and yes, for example, overthrow the government is useful case, or maybe creating our new platform as a parpol in Indonesia, party. I mean, for representing our value and our interest in the geopolitical system and in the public decision making. So we should move from both sides, from the government side and from the society side. A little addition comments on this.
Okay, great. Thank you, Brother Warren. Okay, now I would like to listen. Yeah, you can't hear. Okay, Mr. Erwin, yeah, would like to listen your opinion, sir. What do you think about several participants that they have explained their own opinion regarding this problem? How about you, sir? Could you try to please give your own opinion?
So, I'm thinking, I choose to think a different way. To have a speech about education in Indonesia, in our country. Since I have, maybe I can say I'm traveling to a lot of country. And I'm now engaged with the government. So I can say more than half of my time, my life, I'm traveling to so many countries, especially in Europe and China. They have so much difference, but they are consistent in education. And different with our country, so much different with our country. And about education. Without so, but thinking so thinking without box. I mean, because the pattern of education changes. So if we follow system, mean we look, because we are so busy with, we have system, we have difference. Only the other years for the future. So box, no more. Why don't we follow how the peoples and the growing, not in the growing, because we can like the in singing and we live so far behind. So not blame our country. Guys, you blame it. We just have this for discussion. I have to go out with it. That's my opinion. And this community about it.
Thank you, Mr. Erwin. You have to box, guys. One of the box. Okay,
No
let's more box. Comment, sir. Is Pandora box? Mas Nadine, Menteri, topik. Because our topics today is of learning in our. Okay, this only I would like to address from our application and culture. Okay. Mas Nadiem Makarim and Mas Menteri already right here. You can ask later, guys. Okay, great. There are 4. Okay. Okay. The first one is test and national exam, lesson plan, and zoning system. Okay, let's. The first point is national standard school test. Okay, in Bahasa we can say USBN, right? USBN. Okay, let's see. Previous test, yeah, national standard school test. This test created or made by the teacher task team. So that it means that the question that made by many teachers, and then that from the government after they collect all kind of questions and spread from the government. What the case of based on this problem? The first one is unequal standard question. This kind of cases regarding the Mr. Brother Rizal said before as well, because our education not equal for all areas, right? And the other thing that is the point is only test. Okay, for this test, only give a written. Okay, let's see the new one. Okay, the novelty ones. This kind of national standard will give, okay, give to back to the school, individual school for themselves. They should organize by themselves. Okay, how kind of test look like? Okay, let's see the first. For this point, actually, our Minister of Education didn't give any explanation detail about this one. She only said that the test should be made like, for example, like making projects, making paper, and portfolio. So the student will not join like the national standard test as of previously. Okay. Regarding this point, guys, would you like to give your opinion? Do you think this kind of new, it will increase our students' ability and their critical thinking? What do you think? You want to try to give your opinion? Okay, from brother Ahmad Fatullah. Ahmad Fatullah.
Okay, thank you for the
Would you like?
time, Mr. Muhammad, for the time.
Okay, great.
Here, I want to say that when we say that I am more educated than him or than you, what do you think? What do you think? I make an idea that Japanese people more educated than the Papuanese. What do you think about that? So I think it seems like something cannot relate it. Why? Because we live in different culture. We live different habits. We see that our life, probably in the city, we live in a condition that the tree is not so many, and probably we will to work in the office with the what air conditioner and the others. But how about the people who live in the town? What about them? Do they uneducated rather than me who live in city? What do you think about that? So in my opinion, when we make a ranking system, which make a comparison between Indonesia and the other nation, I can say that it's not so fair. Why? Because we live in different culture and in the different situation and climate and the others. For me, education is related to the how do we think, how do we survive in our life, what we think about how can I survive with the circumstance I face in our life, in my life personally. So in my opinion, something that have done by our minister is something that so how to say, it's something that so rapidly that we really, I mean, something that we make a standard to be more unstandard. I mean, making project, making papers, portfolio, and the others. Those are make us think that can we survive to face our life. So I think something that want to bring by our minister is not related about standard. No, it's related to are you survive to face the real world rather than the educational world. Thank you.
Okay, great, amazing. That's really nice question. Who want to try to respond, guys? The problem is, you know why the government tried to make, because our country want to compete with the other country. In my point of view, yeah, why the government tried to bring, I mean, to make our education more better than the other country. The other. So that's, do you want to talk, guys? Okay, from Jakob first. Come on, brother Jakob. You want to try to answer, or you want to give your response about this one?
Yes, I think I will try to answer because my expertise, I don't really know anything about this ranking in education. But what I knew is the world is evolving and it's going fast. What I mean is, believe it or not, every country is competing to who will win, who will be the most advanced. Because the one advanced actually control the less advanced country. Most advanced country state what they need from a people. They state what they want from their employee, what they want from their education. See, maybe that's why, but I'm not going to discuss about that because I don't really know anything about that. What I want to discuss is about that slide that you make, Mr. Muhammad, that the current USB where we are asked to make project portfolio. I think it's better than the one before because besides all the flaws, it pushes students to think that they are not supposed to memorize one thing.
Yeah.
Supposed to use what they have. Like for example, if you want to memorize something, you have Google now. Now the challenge part is the answer is it's not the answer is in the question, and you need to elaborate. You need to make it grow. You need to use that answer stated by the question to expand your idea on a case. For example, we're talking about education. For example, let's listen. For example, we're talking about politics. The question is politics in the project. They are stating what happened in what was happening in who is winning, who is losing, and what's the content. But we are challenged to actually express our opinion, expressing our ideas, and also elaborate our thoughts by comparing our because in my opinion, some ideas based on facts are never wrong because they're facts. But if you have no facts on your yeah, you're bluffing. What I mean is, people have different perspective on a fact. You can see different ways when you are looking at a case. And for me, in my opinion, by making those project case, by making that portfolio, you are challenged to express your opinion, to express your ideas, and you are able to see many different point of view by others' portfolio or others' project, then it will encourage us to be more open-minded to more perspective. So I think that it's a very good approach, even though it's just the beginning and it has many flaws, which I don't know maybe. But so far, so good, in my opinion. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, great, amazing. Thank you, brother Yakub. Next one. Oh, Kant. Okay. Kant.
Well, thank you for the time. Okay. Yeah, probably we need to analyze the output. I mean, like from the current systems that actually make that centralized on the Western system. If we look at the education system taught in the West, it really fundamentally focuses on worshipping rational and logical ideas, and that's why we can see that they have less ability. That becomes clear also that actually happens conditions of and how our governments serve our unity, our nation. They rely too much on the rational and their logic, and that we see nothing but recklessness, something that only demolish the balanced circumstance of Indonesia. So we see nothing in the education system. So if it wants to have a morality, the question is whether or not by having those kind of revolution in education or different task system, will it actually bring a different result in terms of morality? Because we have so many smart people, many educated people, and there are so many definitions of how education should be made. Okay. Okay, yeah. So I do agree with what has been said by Afida regarding the better people can survive, the more educated they are, because that's what has been said by Rocky Gerung. So yeah, ijazah, or what they say diploma, is just a symbol of learning experiences. It is not a significant symbol that proves that we can survive, and it materializes on how we can survive in our life. We clearly believe that the rate of unemployment keep rising day by day, and each year we graduated more than 1 million first students. Unemployment rate, rising of unemployment rate. So what actually happening in our country? So do you believe by changing the system, changing the tax system from national US band into portfolio? I mean, like, I'm asking Mr. Muhammad to divine more. What is the matter with the current system, with current system tests? I mean, like, what is the most significant? Take a look. Yeah, the way how. Yeah, we say take a look. Take a look from the kind. What do we mean by portfolio? And why try to make it as a policy so that it can be implemented to every single school and each teacher? I think, like what has been said by Warren Moser, this is just an introduction, or yeah, opening. So that's from me. I'm sorry if my remarks didn't reach me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, brother. But your connection unstable, so that's why sometimes what you're saying before cannot hear you clearly. Okay, the other participant, I will give you the chance to talk the next. I will try to continue my slide, or you want to talk right now? Or I give for Chikinong first. Okay, Chikinong. Would you like to give your opinion?
Okay, thanks,
Okay.
Mr. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Muhammad, for the
Just keep
opportunity.
talking. Okay.
Yeah, when we talk about the national standard that capable or suitable for our education system, so we should find or analyze regarding to what several speakers have said before. And the one a program that Mendikbud or the Education Ministry have made or conducted is POP. The following issue that have been discussed by ILC in several nights ago. POP is like what activator organization program. The Mendikbud or Education Ministry will find what is from the several organizations that have been long time involved in the education system, like NU, Muhammadiyah, PGRI, and etc. What is the value that Mendikbud can find from that organization, and it is suitable for all of our education system. This is something new that we can find from this. Even there is the deliberation regarding that mentioned it is not transparent and etc. But it is the one step that we can go forward when we cannot, when we always use the conservative system that is not, that doesn't change our education system. Yeah, but it is still have a deliberation because PGRI, Muhammadiyah, and NU excel from that program, because in my point of view, several organizations doesn't want doesn't want similarity with the other new, what's it, new Toronto or Sampurna. It is because NU and Muhammadiyah and Pagara have been long time involved in education system. And what is the different national examination, or we call it by UN and USBN, in a conservative system with the freedom of learning today that have been mentioned always by the education minister. So the something new is we change our regulation value, not only based on how the student can give and get the more score than the standard UN, but we change it to literacy, numeracy, and character pendidikan, character education. We change it, and who will graduate the student is not come from the pusat, from the center, but come for every single school in Indonesia. So the teacher can analyze is student capable to next turn or the next level, because conservative system, we only use the method like memorizing learning that always have been mentioned, like we should memorize what the soal, what is that soal? Exercise, right?
Question. Question.
Oh, what is the question that will be there in the national education? We always memorizing it, but today we change it based on the numeracy, literacy, and the characteristic skill that students have, because not all of students have master for all sector like literacy, numeracy, and character skill. Sometimes the student only has one skill then that more than the others. Like literacy, when the student has a capability or expert in the language, but they isn't expert in the mathematics. Mathematics is kind of numeracy. And when the student have the good character that not always absent in their class, it will the teacher can value the student based on the character itself. So this is something new that we can find. And this is the history from Indonesia, when Indonesia can erase or eradicate, how to pronounce it? Eradicate the national examination to do something new that always we use several days before. So from this, and when we talk about education, we not only talk for elementary school, for senior high school and junior high school, but also in the university school. In the university school, what the one kind of the program that conducted by education minister is for every student's college can take study outside his major or their major for 1 year. It is something new that we can find, because every single student college can choose what the kind of matkul or subject that's suitable for that major, not in their major, but in the outset of the major. Thank you. It is my point of view.
Okay, thank you, Brother Chikinong. Okay, let's continue. I will give the other opinion, okay, later after I explain the next slide, guys. Let's see. Okay, this kind of the second policies that our Mas Menteri, Mas Nadiem Makarim, already right here. Okay, let's see about national exam. And Chikinong explained before, but we haven't talked yet before, but it's okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see the cases of this national exam. The first one is unequal standard questions. And the second is only multiple choice. And the third, memorizing the key answer. And the fourth, making student and parent teacher. And five, I mean, this is, guys, not testing cognitive skill, development character. This kind of problem make the student quality, I mean, grow fast because of only in reality, they quite hard to face it. For example, about like rise the answer, but after they did no, it's quite hard to compete with the other country. One, guys, this problem. Agree with while the national exam, the student only memorizing the key answer and the teacher or the other people, and national testing the cognitive, not testing cognitive skill and their character also. They not will increase their character and the cognitive skill. What does mean cognitive skill? Cognitive skill something while they read something they know it. Okay. Want to try to let's see. Okay. Can I see? Oh, come on. Time is your brother.
Okay, thank you. For the topic freedom of learning and the opinion regarding national, but our suggestions of will start with a condition nowadays related to the pandemic 19. The pandemic thing education. We are forced disruption era, but to visit if didn't. We all about revolution or big data and Internet of Things, but don't only in the majority. If we and country the revolution 2.0, it means digital education of itself, the smartphone, and also so is the socialization not yet our special confused to do what should we what educations threat and still inequity that I said talk about the but all of the region have the same abilities for all region the facilities like education that will keep us able. Is not easy when the from outside going to our family, children's land and on. That's our place. We have the update curriculum that preparing quality not only academic but also accept it. They don't accept someone. They are looking for copyright digital developer, assistant manager. I truly learned about it in university. For critical thinking, financial management, how we enter wise a natural user, because our you know the new threat of pandemic the next possibility, it will be the basic supporter as demographic to 35 so much from extent actions to our system.
Okay.
Change
Here.
things to be decapcon perhaps our education system, but government too, because government as the society and so on and so on. Thank you, guys.
Okay, because we explained this one. Okay, guys, this one, yeah. Exist here, but this year, yeah. Assessment and survey character. So in Indonesia, and the new process, but they run study and their study. This means from school they run of new when we talk about no, this literacy text and sometimes the need to read books, something, and the second it means that it's mean when we talk about numeracy related to the mathematics, but it's not number. Ice, so it increase your analytical thinking. Person Okay, brother, could you try find you? To give can you ask the other participant, okay, who haven't talked yet?
Irfan.
Okay, brother Irfan, where's Irfan? Ibrahim, how to end our guys. So before we close, okay, I want
Hello.
to inform.
Hello. I think I because already clock in Maluku. Uh, another person.
Yeah, okay, thank you for your kindness, Mr. Rizal. Okay, I would like to give the other participant who haven't talked about this kind of issue, okay, talking about education in our country. Okay, come on. Ibrahim, want to talk? Irfan Ibrahim, Hani. Before I close, before I give to, oh, Mr. Indranov, not Makaring anymore. Who want to talk? The other participant, please. Oh, Olivia, come on, Olivia. Time is yours.
Sorry if I cannot join this meeting since in the beginning because
Yeah, it's okay. It's
I
fine.
have another appointment. Yeah, but maybe I just want to my personal opinion about education. That not and it's not more our education system is still left behind if you compare with the other countries. I want to more critical perspective about this. I don't know why, but I can say there is a nation much, but that is less in Finland and in also cannot say have a bad, but I this is not supposed to say uh uh push and we it's in education that is proper and that is and parliamentary as in the real condition because I believe in my own opinion in system in to create education it will their dominate create is it like education sex education I know this is a radical, but also because in my opinion, my personal opinion, education is not just about intelligence, but morality, how to civilize, not just how income you can raise after you also can see 7 years, the first 7 spent just to teach about morality and behave, how to be civilized people. Not just they teach the woman how to behave, but they also teach the man think about sexuality in an equal not in a superior way. So whenever make mistake, women tend to get a double stigma. If we like if we use hot pants or something that is a little bit expose our body, women tend to be blamed because of that. But if a man use they are topless, they don't use any shirt, they just use short pants, no one give a fuck, like no one care about how they dress. It's also the kind of problematic when we cannot educate their mindset like in a proper way, in an equal way, not in a patriarchy way. So I think that uh, Indonesia will have a better education system, and I think in more equalized way if we engage more women in the kind of making and creating or building a proper education system that will beneficial for our next generation, is to teach how to become a civilized person rather than just an ambitious person that is always pursuing money, pursuing power, and pursuing popularity, like what all the generations that do in this kind of nowadays situation. Even though there is some of the people that already get this point, but they still don't have the voice because they don't have the power. Like the power always in man, in the capitalist way, that they always give the example of successful people, not in their morality aspect, but more in their wealthy aspect, like how much you can raise, how many house you can have by your own self, how many cars, and what kind of how many followers that you get in your social media. It still become the representation of the successful people, but the education system must change the value of success itself, especially in Indonesia. I think how behave the man, how men can respect toward have show respect toward women, how they can how good they can control their self, how good they can control their desire. Yeah, actually it's not just for men, it's also applied to women, but in this case in Indonesia I think Mare is more free and more unaware, and more sometimes selfish because of this education system didn't teach them how to behave. It's more teach it's more teaching women than the men. So this is just my personal opinion. Sorry if it's a little bit out of the topic, and thank you for the chance. Back to Mr. Muhammad.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Livia. Okay, before I give a chance to our host, I would like to conclude based on our discussion before. Okay, we can conclude that philosophy from our founding father, that is Ki Haji Dewantara. He said that all of us are students and all of us are a teacher, and we can learn everywhere. It means that school is not only place for something. Okay, we can learn from all the people. If you are already successful person and you are a rich man, don't look at the lower level of economy or lower level of their education. Okay, so you can learn something from them. Wherever you are, you can learn. For example, if like our friends all talking before, Yeah, when you look at the several areas in our country, like rural area, we can say that they are, I mean, uneducated. Something that they have, but we don't have. We can learn something from them. How they can survive the life. Okay, that's the last what I can say. And then the next, I would like to give to our host.
Can I for a while, just 2 minutes?
Okay. Wait. Is it okay? From host?
No.
I also.
Yeah. No.
I haven't
Just 1
spoken.
minute.
No.
No. Yeah, I think that's enough. Because yeah, I've been close my statement. Thank you. I'm so sorry if I got any mistake, and I will give back to Brother Nadim, Mas Nadim Makarim, our Minister of Education and Culture. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much. You're late, guys. If you want to give a statement, because the moderator have a conclude regarding to our discussions today. So so thank you so much. So I would like to give is like the closing statement also to Mr. Erwin. Are you still here, sir?
Yes, yes.
Oh yeah, you still
Able.
follow our discussion.
Thank you.
Sir, I still curious regarding to the sex educations that has been mentioned by our friends last time. What do you think? Is it possible that we're trying to implement in Indonesia, such as what the Europe implements right now?
Sure, it should be. You know, with open technology, it's I prefer to give them the right education rather than our generation find them from literacy or something from internet. So I do give our students this education to explain them the right information about this education, and rather than they find it from other way around. That's my thought.
Okay, thank you. Wow, it's amazing. So it's kind of the biggest question of us regarding to our curricula, regarding to our program, regarding to our decentralized of the educations that has been mentioned by the several friends in the discussions. Okay, so thank you so much. Before we close our discussions, Ota English now, because we're going to celebrate our Independence Day. Ota English or Ota community will promote the new products. The new product of us is we discuss about a book in every single weekend, in every Wednesday. So if you want to join, you can join with us at 4 p.m. At 2 p.m. that we can discuss every single books that we're going to discuss. Jadi buat teman-teman semua yang pengen gabung juga untuk diskusi bahasa Indonesia, teman-teman juga bisa hadir jam 2 setiap hari Rabu. Kita bakal ngebahas sebuah buku yang permasalahannya adalah orang-orang kebingungan kan ketika mereka nggak punya waktu banyak untuk membaca sebuah buku. Jadi dari masalah ini kita buat sebuah solution dengan keroyokan membaca buku. Misalnya besok kita bakal membahas buku Lentera Merah yang karangannya Sohogi di situ. Jadi ada 5 bab. Jadi di situ teman-teman semua diajak untuk satu orang membaca per bab. Jadi ada orang pertama baca bab 1, ada orang kedua baca bab 2, orang ketiga baca bab 4 sampai bab 5 di situ. Dan di akhir sesi teman-teman bakalan ceritain apa aja sih yang ada di bab 1 sampai yang ada di bab 5. Jadi satu hari kita bisa menyelesaikan satu buku di situ. Jadi buat teman-teman yang mau hadir bisa datang ke diskusi kita setiap hari Rabu. Ini ada launching pertama kita buat teman-teman yang pengen diskusi menggunakan bahasa Indonesia. Oke, sebelum kita tutup, di sini ada beberapa feedback dari saya mengenai bahasa Inggris kita tadi. Ntar saya share screen dulu ya. Oke, udah lihat semua teman-teman? Kelihatan nggak slide-nya? Kelihatan ya? Nah, tadi ya beberapa ada yang masih menggunakan filler ketika teman-teman bicara, but it's okay. Tapi saya ngajak teman-teman di situ supaya fillernya bisa dikurangin ya. Filler itu seperti contohnya ada kayak dan itu panjang dan lain-lain. Jadi teman-teman mulai dari sekarang coba diganti nya itu diganti dengan menggunakan kata what is that, how to call it. Nah, jadi itu kayak filler yang bisa teman-teman gantikan di situ supaya nggak menggunakan lagi. Itu seperti artikel, jadi artinya bisa menjadi sebuah di situ. Jadi teman-teman bisa menggunakan kata itu, contohnya what is that, how to call it, dan lain-lain. Nah, selanjutnya tadi ada kata enormous ya. Enormous itu juga lumayan tinggi vocabulary levelnya di situ. Artinya besar. Enormous enormous teknologi yang besar dan lain-lain. Maksudnya teknologi yang sophisticated juga ya. Terus tadi pertimbangan bahasa Inggrisnya adalah consideration. Pertimbangan ya. Considerations. Nah, terus juga ada kata decentralized. Nah, ini juga desentralisasi ada yang tahu nggak artinya apa? Jadi desentralisasi ini juga sastra ya. Juga literasi bahasa Indonesia, tapi lebih condong ke jargon. Jadi anak-anak politik tahu bahasa kata desentralisasi di situ. Nah, maka dari itu dari diskusi kita bisa banyak kita bisa memiliki banyak kosakata dalam bahasa Indonesia juga di situ dengan kata desentralisasi. Ini jargonnya bahasa politik yang artinya adalah seperti contohnya pemerintah pusat di situ ngasih kekuasaan kepada daerah-daerah untuk memiliki otoritinya sendiri. Nah, itu biasanya disebut dengan desentralisasi di situ. Terus juga kebanyakan teman-teman menggunakan kata I think. Ya, jadi coba dari sekarang divariasikan vocabulary-nya, nggak cuma menggunakan I think doang. Jadi bisa teman-teman ganti dengan menggunakan kata I suppose, ya, I believe, as far as I concern, I assume, as for me, dan sebagainya. Jadi jangan I think mulu. Jadi dari sekarang coba diganti. Mungkin teman-teman yang pernah dapat materi ini, Mr. Suni, Zafa, dan lain-lain, mungkin udah hafal ya. Udah di luar kepala ya. Gue yakin tuh. Gue bedakin dulu kalau nggak hafal kan. Nah, terus juga will. Jadi will ini bisa diganti juga nih modalnya, dijadiin ke semi modal. Jadi nggak I will doang, I will go. Tapi teman-teman bisa menggunakan I'm going to go. Kan ada variasi vocabulary-nya juga di situ. Nah, sama juga dengan can. Can artinya bisa ya. Jadi nggak cuman I can speak English and I can read many books dan sebagainya. Jadi nggak I can mulu. Jadi I can-nya juga bisa diganti dengan I'm able to speak English. I'm capable of speaking Mandarin. Terus I manage to have other skills except bla 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 misalnya di situ. Nah, jadi sekarang juga diganti vocabnya supaya speaking-nya itu lebih enak gitu, nggak cuman satu kata, satu vocab atau dua vocab doang, tapi ketika setiap kalimat kita punya variasi vocabulary itu bakal lebih gokil di situ. Soalnya ada kata regarding ya. Nah, tadi banyak yang pakai nih kayak Ayum, Zafa, Mr. Khan ya. Menggunakan kata regarding. Regarding-nya tahu nggak teman-teman artinya apa yang belum tahu? Regarding-nya artinya sama kayak about ya. Jadi kita biasanya ngomongnya I want to talk about myself. Jadi kita bisa menggunakan I would like to talk regarding myself juga bisa di situ. Jadi bisa teman-teman gunakan juga sekarang di situ. Nah, terus juga tadi ada pusat ya. Pusat itu kalau pusatnya aja sentral ya, makanya ada KL Sentral di situ. Jadi Kuala Lumpur Sentral itu juga nama ya, jadi sentral. Terus juga student bukan have, Nah ini balik lagi ke grammar nih, student has, Juga tadi ada kayak ada beberapa tadi yang orang Sunda ya. Jadi baca have itu jadinya have. Jadi bacanya have. Jadi bukan have, oke? Ya, have. Jadi orang Sunda nggak bisa nyebut V itu fitnah ya. Oke, jadi sekarang coba dilatih lagi ya, have bukan have. Terus juga ada eradicate ya. Eradicate itu artinya memberantas. Makanya bahasa Inggrisnya KPK kan Commission Eradication of Corruptions di situ. Jadi artinya memberantas. Juga tadi student college ya, itu balik lagi ke prase. Jangan lupa, yang mana head-nya ini, student-nya atau college-nya. Jadi intinya bukan student college ya, tapi college student di situ. Karena yang jadi head-nya di situ adalah student, yang jadi modifier-nya adalah college di situ. Nah, itu ada beberapa feedback dari saya yang bisa teman-teman increase lagi. Jangan lupa we are studying, kita belajar di sini semua. Jadi ketika teman-teman salah bahasa Inggrisnya jangan malu di situ. Jangan malu buat ngomong. Karena intinya kita di sini buat practice. Bahasa Inggris itu bukan bahasa Inggris itu bukan kayak belajar matematika, bukan belajar fisika, tapi kita butuh practice di situ. Kalau nggak tahu vocabnya, lanjut aja ngomong, terus campur bahasa Indonesia bahasa Inggris nggak masalah di situ. Oke, itu aja teman-teman semua. Sebelumnya saya minta I would like to say thank you so much for Mr. Erwin. We are really appreciated that you come in our discussions. Thank you so much, Mr.
You're welcome. Happy to enjoy my weekend with Ota English.
Thank you, sir. Okay, terima kasih. I hope we can meet in other meetings real, sir.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. So we're going to meet in next Saturday. So I hope you enjoy with your weekend, and that's all I say. Oh yeah, before we close our discussion, I would like to take a picture together.
Okay.
Yeah. We have to take picture. It's the rare moment.
Open your camera, guys.
Yeah, please open your camera, guys.
You should stop the share.
Yeah, sharing screen. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Mas Menteri.
Oh, who is Mas Menteri?
Mas Menteri.
Wait.
Kipo is my Mas Menteri, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
The next Mas
terrific.
Menteri. The next Mas Menteri, sir. The next Mas Menteri.
Oh my God.
Finger crossed.
Okay, come on. Where's your camera, guys?
Come on.
Show your face.
So, count it.
Okay.
Who's
Wait,
take a
sir.
picture?
Okay, Olivia, Ku, Agung, come on. Show your face. Ani, Irfan. Nah, Irfan is also from Payakumbuh, sir. He just graduated from ITB.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys, come on. Agung,
Ota English.
Okay, Oci.
No, this is not like Ota English.
Oh yeah. It's like
Oh,
okay,
Ota
guys, come on.
English. Oh,
Let's use this gesture. Like this.
Okay,
Ota English is nice.
Ota English, really amazing.
Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, once more. G, this is your turn.
3,
2, 1, go. Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kapan kita mau datang?
Oh.
Mantap.
Really nice invitation, sir.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
Yeah, let's go to Payakumbuh, guys. Payakumbuh is
Yeah.
Rendang. Rendang, yeah. So it's the city of Rendang.
Where is Payakumbuh exactly?
Oh my God. Payakumbuh is one of the city in West Sumatra province.
Oh, Sumatra. I think that Payakumbuh is Kalimantan.
Oh no. Okay, thank you so much. See you next weekend. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.
Hello.
Mas Menteri.
Today is tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.